Despite everything, here I was back on Proteus Islands and back in the job market. Nothing much had changed. They still looked a cool place to be if you had money, and I didn't. Freelancing for Proteus beat starving. In fact, if you pulled a good job, it paid well. Very well. So far, I'd been lucky. Everyone seemed to have forgotten my previous misdemeanor. Hey, it hadn't been my fault. Just a slight miscalculation that left me in the water and my ship in pieces, along with my reputation, my relationship, and my bank account. But this time it was going to be different. It hadn't been easy, but I'd got my hands on a great new ship and a signed Proteus contract. Now all I needed was a nice little high-earning job, and it would be business as usual. The downside was the Proteus red tape. Before anything could be done, both me and my ship had to be checked out for something called mission suitability. Hell, they even gave me a book of rules written by the boss man himself. Now what did they said? Report to the assigned wing leader at Proteus Base. I wonder if those grease monkeys have finished crawling over my ship yet.
What does manual control calibration mean?
How should I know? You pressed the damn button.
Guys?
Oh, everything's A-okay here, Tide.
It's past the official criteria. All you have to do is turn her on.
I never have trouble turning them on. They're in a rush. Wonder what they really meant.
Welcome aboard the LR-4004 Archer, the latest fighter ship here.
Those idiot mechanics. It took me ages to personalize my control settings. Now I'll have to do it all again. The nerve of Proteus to put me through training. Do they really think I'd have this baby and not know how to fly it?
Hey, Tide, hurry up and get aboard. There's a job waiting.
Proteus were sending a trainee on a job? They must be hard up for pilots. I was looking forward to what Sarah had to say. That mission was hardly worth raising a sweat over. That should show Proteus I don't need their stupid training. Scary ships and frightening freighters. Bring them all on. Another exciting day at Proteus. At least that's what I hoped, until I got my orders.
Proteus Base to Freelancer Tide. Come in, Tide.
Good morning, Sarah. Reporting for duty at the shooting gallery range.
Target practice commencement.
Landing on the ship gave me the feeling that the mission wasn't over.
Proteus Base to Freelancer Tide. Incoming comms instruction. Our investigators judge it likely the enemy ships are emerging from a mobile base hidden among the northern islands. Your mission is to aid in seeking and destroying that base. By the way, you have passed Commander Moondrake's training criteria. Training missions are over.
Hey, does that mean I get a contract?
Affirmative.
Do I hear any congratulations?
The other freelancers didn't get any. What makes you so different? Just get on with the job and don't screw up, Tide.
I love you too, Sarah.
Back off, Tide. Proteus SOED out.
At last, I had the feeling that I was actually going somewhere other than the practice range. So this was Jane's bar. According to Sarah, it's full of lowlife. She reckons I'll feel at home here. But someone around here must know something, and I can't think of a better place to try. Any chance of getting a drink around here?
Depends on what you want.
Couple of cold dweezels.
Is there any other type?
Thanks. Seems quiet around here. The bar was almost empty, so I asked the barman a couple of strangers passing through. I got the answer I expected.
It's an open house.
He was only there to pour the drinks. I tried to push any unusual ships around lately?
You're awful nosy for a stranger. Around here, curiosity can harm your health.
Mayday! This is Freighter Captain Gary Barrett on emergency channel. I'm under attack. Need urgent assistance. Repeat, I'm under attack. Someone get out here quick!
How much trouble could he have found? I'd just seen him. I had to help out. No one expected such an attack, but despite being shaken up, they were impressed that we'd fought off the DST.
If this trouble steps up, we'll be able to increase our fees.
You think things are going to get worse?
Things usually do before they get better. Hey, there's a fellow over there I need to see. Catch you later.
Damn DST. Why are they sticking their noses in?
Perhaps because the pirates are getting stronger. Perhaps they're worried about the new pirate leader.
I don't trust the DST. They're up to something.
I've heard Proteus are keeping a close eye on things.
So what? I still think it's time to upgrade my weapon system.
Things could soon be getting rough around here.
They will if you don't get the dweezels in.
I take it your previous questions had something to do with what just happened.
Not sure, but I'm being paid to find out.
There is someone who might...
That was the first bit of good news. The second was that the guy was due to visit. Perhaps now I would get some answers. The guy's code name was Aldo, and I had to meet him at the Hoopy Marlin. Hopefully he would tell me what I needed to know. It's about time
This is neither the time or place for curiosity, Tide.
So, just what do you know? This man knew more answers than I knew questions.
Tide, what
the biggest
I know,
one being,
you
as the
don't want
pirates
to.
were swarming like bees round a honeypot, who was supplying the honey?
I'm just undertaking a little fact-finding mission.
For fact-finding, do I read going undercover to infiltrate the pirates?
Maybe yes, maybe no. See you around, hopefully.
Pirates, the DST, Aldo? All pieces of the same jigsaw and no picture on the lid. It was enough to make my head hurt. So I went back to A cold dweezil at Jane's gave me time to think. I still couldn't figure out what had got the pirates so worked up.
It's time someone kicked their ass.
Hey guys, I found me a pirate's nest. Anyone want to join in the fun?
Sounds interesting.
Oh no, not Hank Spanner. He's some crazy guy.
Crazy or not, if he's kicking ass, I'm with him. So here I was, following a madman right into the heart of a pirate nest. I was worried. I had no idea how many of them there would be. I tried to find out, but Hank just laughed and told me his brother would be waiting for us.
Hey, keep the faith, Dad.
Nice work, Tide. There's someone waiting for you on the balcony.
Hey, Jose, where do you want this?
On the roof, of course.
It looked like someone was getting ready to rumble. I walked towards my mysterious assignation. You upset someone?
Don't bother saying sorry. I was fine until Huey and Dewey and a lunatic freelancer decided to use the base I was in for target practice.
Hank and Frank, actually. How was I to know Aldo would be in the pirate camp?
Never forget that.
I let him cool off before he got down to
There are things
business.
happening that you know nothing about. So I'll share a little something with you. There's a submarine operating out there.
Tide, Moondrake already knows about the sub. Tell me, what do we pay you for?
You mean I have all this fun and get paid as well?
Tide.
Well, there is something else I've managed to find out. I hit her with my double whammy. That the pirates had a new leader called Cheek Lou, and that the sub came from a deserted DST wharf somewhere in the northern fjords.
I'll pass on the info. Your reports will require some thought. We'll be in touch.
Tide, they're planning on testing this baby tomorrow. Wanna play?
Sure! A gun that big? I didn't need asking twice. I love this smell of gunfire in the morning air.
Hey, Magnus, you ready for a go?
Sure am.
Just climb in and I'll explain how it works.
There wasn't even time to get showered and shaved before I found myself on board the Proteus battleship Carthago. This was no cruise. As they patched my ship up, I noticed they were getting ready for something big. Then Sarah made contact.
Surprise, Tide. Proteus have confirmed your report about the sub and have ordered the threat to be neutralized. Your part in the mission is to support the Carthago. Captain Mullet has your detailed instructions.
Great. So now I'm in the Navy.
Tide, Proteus wouldn't enlist you in the Boy Scouts. You're under Navy control for this mission only. Seems you have special talents.
I've always said that.
Tide, you know what I'm talking about. Now get on with it. Proteus out.
She's warming to me.
Approaching target area. All crew and pilots to attack station. I repeat, all crew and pilots to attack station.
Attention, Tide. Captain Mullet speaking. I take it base has informed you of your secondment?
Sure have. I'm now a regular Navy SEAL.
A slight exaggeration. We're meant to knock out the sub, but we need your help to get through the defense stations. You are to mark them all with the target mark function that's been installed on your ship. Once we have their coordinates, we'll knock them out and get after the sub.
What?
Tide, can you see what I can see? Break off now. Repeat, disengage.
Let's have a go.
And risk my commission by starting a war with the DST? Disengage.
This is Captain Gunther von Berg of the DST battleship Ubermacht. I demand you leave the pirates for us to deal with and cease intervention in DST affairs.
This is Captain Mullet of the Proteus battleship Cathargo. We have a military interest in the renegade submarine. Our orders are to eliminate it.
Rest assured, Captain Mullet. We will take the appropriate measures.
Hey, van driver. I can't be asked waiting around. What you gonna do? What the?
As I said, we always take the appropriate measures, whether they be pirates
or troublesome freelancers.
Up yours, Van Camper.
All pilots, operation aborted. Return to ship. Repeat, return to ship.
I didn't like that ending. Sure, Proteus were happy now the sub was destroyed, but I've never trusted the DST and still had my suspicions, especially when I considered what Aldo had said. Anyway, I was needed back at base. Trouble had flared up somewhere, a very far away somewhere. Bitterfeld. I'd heard of the place. A wasteland of run-down installations and abandoned industrial plants, still guarded by erratic defense robots. All set in a landscape crisscrossed by leaking pipelines and dotted with exploding chemical tanks. But why do Proteus want me here?
I think Proteus has its knickers in a twist. As well as being up to their knees in pirates and having problems with the DST, I've overheard the scientists talking about a crashed communications satellite.
Speaking of which, where are they all going?
Down to their platform. We're approaching the drop zone. You better get ready.
On my way.
Hurry! There's an incoming comms message for you. Nice one, Tide. Come and get your further orders and repairs. There's also something for you from the Whitecoats. A photograph they found on the manned ship that crashed. Looks like it's an old factory called Ural B. They thought you might find it useful.
I wonder if this means anything.
Ready to go, Tide.
Open, the gate reminded me of a shark's mouth. Now I was about to see how hard it could bite. It was time to introduce myself to these people. I had no idea how they would greet me.
So, Outlander, why do you visit us in our lonely outpost?
Is it possible to get further inside Bitterfeld?
Everything is possible, warrior. But why?
Does this look familiar to you?
The recycling factory Ural B. Yes, we know of it. We have been looking long time for location.
What is it?
You have picture but no note. It is automatic recyclement factory. Makes killing machines. 3 in Bitterfield. A is destroyed. C still operates, but Ural B was broken many years ago and location lost. Karpo's dream is to find and repair. Then make things good for our life.
How does it run?
Run? Run? I do not understand run. It is factory. It never moves.
How does it operate?
Ah, operate. Waste material brought by collector ships. Wreckage. Junk. Machines recycle, remake. In goes junk, out comes killing machine.
I recognize. I see hill. Have been near hill. Remember that ruin? Yes, of course. It is north from here. Since when have outsiders been interested in Bitterfeld?
Hey, don't ask me. I'm just the hired help.
Come, Piotr. Do not be suspicious. It is rare we visitors have. Let's enjoy.
I forget myself. It is excitement of seeing Oral-B. Come, friend. Let's drink and talk.
That's the best idea yet. By the way, you're drinking with Magnus Tide.
Karpov, it is dangerous. I must find Oral-B. Worry not, I will return.
Tide. Warrior Tide. Tide.
Wake up, warrior! Tide, you must help, or we will be destroyed! We must get up there, please, you must help!
What a rude awakening. Boris jumping about like a demented monkey. Seems we're under attack by a bunch of kill-crazy droids. He dragged me up the platform, and the next thing I know, I'm manning a napalm blaster. Okay, Boris, I'm getting out. My turn to do some... We'd survived, but both the platform and my ship needed some patching up.
It is worried I am. Karpov is late returning. Something bad must have happened.
Why don't I go take a look around?
You would really look for friend Karpov?
It beats getting my thumbs hammered to bits. Not even the war machines were as dangerous as Boris with a hammer. So after my ship was fixed, I went looking for Karpov. After all, if I helped them, they might help me. I found the missing mechanic by his crashed ship. A drone had hit it. He looked sorry for himself, so I picked him up, and together we found the Ural-B factory which he'd been so desperately searching for. Somehow he managed to kickstart the old plant into action. After a lot of squeaking and steaming, Karpov emerged in a new ship. It wasn't my idea of a ship, but it worked and he seemed happy enough with it. Once we were safely back on the platform, I had to figure out how I was going to get deeper into Bitterfeld and finish my mission.
I have idea. To the west, there is old monorail system.
You're suggesting I catch a train?
But it is very big train.
Great! Just one thing. How do I fly around at the other end?
Train big. Provide cover, not ride.
Cover?
Instead of talk, I show.
I got the idea. Somehow Karpov planned on using the train to provide cover. To see if his plan worked, we had to visit the Loco shed and get in without getting shot up. He led us into the shed, and there it was. The biggest shield we could get.
So, old man, will you help us strike a blow?
What can an old man do?
Loan us your locomotive?
My locomotive? Come, Comrade Karpov. Do not strain our friendship.
The poor guy must have cared for that Loco all his life. I watched as Karpov persuaded him to lend it to us.
Can you give me back my lost years?
Come, old man. You talk from the bottom of a bottle.
I talk from the bottom of my heart. Go on, take it. It is yours. Providing you keep your promise.
Promise? What promise?
That you build me shiny new locomotive.
As the two of them readied the Loco and got steam up, I laughed. Sure enough, there was nothing wrong with the old man's memory. The shed shook as 1,000 tons of rusty steel groaned into life. Despite Karpov getting it moving, I was still dubious about his plan to get through the deadly canyon.
Hey, Karpov! Don't die! Otherwise, how you build me new locomotive?
I'm glad I didn't come here to enjoy the scenery.
No, we break through the Sentinel.
Okay, I'm strapped in. Try me.
We use Loco as shield, protecting you until the very last moment. Then, as the guns of the Sentinels concentrate on Loco, you slip through.
Proteus base. Come in, Tide.
Sarah, good to hear you. I thought you couldn't reach me here.
We're patching you through the dropship.
Glad they're still there. Hey, what would have happened if I hadn't made it?
We'd have brought flowers and sent in another freelancer.
You wouldn't miss me?
Well...
Sarah, don't say your frost is melting.
Just let's say you're earning a bit of respect. Anyway, you haven't made it yet. Remember, it was your mission to track the radiation source. Are you receiving the signal?
Signal?
Remember the radiation detector. Get back in there and try using it.
Sure thing, Sarah.
Stand by as we take you aboard.
Best news I've heard today. Hey, is that Dr. Valeri among those white coats? What are they up to?
I'm not sure you're meant to see him, Magnus.
Oh, you really think they expected to find some weird alien thing up here?
Well, let's face it. It explains the crashed satellite story.
Don't tell me that Proteus didn't suspect the radiation was coming from an extraterrestrial source. It can't be that stupid.
Not my job to speculate. We're ordered back to base. The situation there has worsened, especially since the DST got involved.
The scientists didn't take long in their forensic investigations, and then we headed home. Bitterfeld was one place I wasn't sorry to see the back of.
The chief engineer says some amateurs tried to patch you up.
It wasn't me. It was local help. At least they kept me airborne.
You met the locals? Who the hell lives there?
It doesn't matter what you promise. I'm not cleared to tell you anything about any aliens.
Honest, just a date. I won't even mention aliens.
I'm not sure. Freelancer Orange, return to regular patrol patterns.
How about next week? There's an all-night gig on.
I'm not having an all-night anything with you, Tide.
It's a concert, honest. There's about a dozen local bands playing.
Well, it might be fun, but I'm still not telling you anything, no matter how many dweezels you buy me. Freelancer Orange, negative. The order was regular patrol patterns.
I'll even buy the tickets.
Okay. But one sniff of a two-legged rat...
Hey, that's not fair.
Okay. But remember, I know you, Magnus.
Research Center to Proteus Base. This is Dr. Austin Valeri speaking. I have completed my initial examination, and am about to commence analysis of the information.
I bet it's from an alien
Magnus,
source.
Shut up! You're not meant to be seeing this.
We have tried to assimilate its proto-life system in order to determine... Hey, what's happening? Go to emergency red status! Research base is under attack! Repeat, we are under attack!
Sarah, try switching to observation control.
Magnus, don't even begin to tell me how to do my job. Now pick up your ship and get out there. More specific orders will follow.
You won't forget the gig.
Leave it with me, Magnus. Just go.
Magnus, we need a hand. We've located Cheek Lu hiding out in a pirate castle near the fjords that border the DST zone.
Business as usual then, Sarah.
Just cut out the wisecracks and get our scientists back. And hurry up about it.
Dr. Valeri, I presume?
Achoo!
How about you move to the back of the ship?
Welcome aboard, Tide. Better get the good doctor into some dry clothes.
The doctor was still drying off as we passed into the Free TZ. We'd to pick up some of his white coat friends. They'd been digging around up here and got themselves into trouble. The scientists called for full evacuation?
That's what the message said. Some problem with the platform.
What happened?
Seems like things changed for the worst while we were away.
Captain?
Things had changed. Instead of the usual friendly Free TZ faces, we were suddenly facing a blockade of their ships, manned by a whole bunch of angry people.
We don't have time for this.
You can't declare war on them, they're friends. Just Tide's luck, a fighter escort and they can't be used. As I slid into the assistant's seat, I called on St. Delia for inspiration.
I hope you know what you're doing, Magnus.
Trust me, no one's gonna get hurt. Now, what gentle weaponry are you geared up with?
This is a dropship, not a...
We were lucky to get out of the Free TZ alive. I had a lot of questions, and someone at Proteus had the answers. So how come everyone suddenly has it in for Proteus?
Don't ask me, I'm just the driver.
Someone at Proteus must know why they've just put my life on the line, again.
You have no idea of the importance of this mission.
Oh yeah?
My team was disturbed during their investigation of an ancient crash site, and were forced to leave some objects behind. I have no idea how it got there, other than it seems to be a crashed... But that's only a theory.
Magnus, you're not meant to be hearing this.
Spaceship? He's talking about a spaceship. What the hell's going on? I refused to be their mushroom. No longer were they gonna keep me in the dark and cover me in bull. Tell Moondrake to shove his classification where it hurts. I'm off back into the Free TZ to find out for myself what's happening.
Magnus, don't be stupid. Moondrake will go ape. But good luck anyway. And keep in touch.
So this was Gary's grotto. No wonder he was happy as a freighter captain. The stuff he'd managed to stash away would keep the refugees from the Free TZ fed for months. For them, living underground was preferable to living in fear of trigger-happy pirates and the tyranny of the DST.
Despite the DST claiming they've sorted them out, the pirates are still a big problem.
Yeah, they're getting too strong. Even for me.
If you complain to the DST, they just slap you down.
Has anyone figured out where the pirates are getting their supplies?
You mean weapons and ships? Odd you should mention that. I heard something about a Proteus carrier heading this way, but it never arrived.
So, Proteus had lost a carrier. No wonder everyone at base had their panties in a It was no good. I had to ask about rumors of the missing carrier.
Rumors only, but if I wanted to hide a thing like that, I'd try the fjords.
I looked where the barman was pointing.
See, beyond this grotto, the fjords border the Free TZ.
Once I saw the map, I was keen to go. There were a lot of answers waiting for me beyond the grotto.
Watch out, Magnus. The place is crawling with DST.
And it was gonna take more than the DST to stop me. Hot and greasy, makes flying easy.
Thanks, Magnus. I've something for you.
You sure you can do without the ammo?
Magnus, this place is too hot. I'm out of here.
Well, I'd found the ship, but where the hell had everyone gone? I had to look around. No sign of a fight.
Welcome aboard, impertinent freelancer. At last you've made a mistake. A very big mistake.
Hey, don't shoot me. I'm just the engine delivery man.
Shooting's too good for you.
Take him.
Go, Doc! He's gonna shoot your gun!
Okay. My, aren't we jumpy today?
Idiotic freelancer. You push me too far.
When my eyes finally opened, I was looking at the world through the bars of a DST cell. I just hoped that Proteus had the info I'd gathered. I tried to clear my head, but every time I closed my eyes, all I could see were pirates, the DST, and alien spaceships chasing me. To cheer myself up, I got to wondering what they were planning to do with me.
Tide?
You?
Close your mouth. No time for explanations. Get moving. Here's your weapon. Now follow the lady and get out of here.
Thanks, Aldo. I owe you a...
Tide, what makes you think I'm here just to rescue you?
Do I know you?
It's not the first time you've lagged behind me.
Funny, I usually remember a face.
When seagulls follow the trawler, it is because they think that sardines will be thrown to the sea.
What? But that means that...
Not now, Tide. To escape, we must fight together.
Over there, fire!
You're Cheek Lou? Pirate King?
Queen Tide. I'm the Pirate Queen. I've never let my gender inhibit me. There's a ship. Let's go.
Funny how things turn out.
Tide, move it! I'll take the controls. You take the gun.
So now I was a DST gunner defending a pirate queen. We'd eventually made it, just in time to see my ship disappear. Oh, come on. Sometimes life's just downright not fair. Now how do we get out?
Don't know about you, but I'm grabbing what's mine while I can.
Even a DST bomber beats hitchhiking.
They shot to kill. Escape is useless.
Proteus, think. Uh-oh. Hey, it's me! Don't shoot! Shit!
You can open your eyes now, Magnus. Welcome to Operation Retribution. Feel free to join us aboard the Agamemnon anytime you like.
The day was full of surprises. The arrival of a Proteus attack fleet was the best.
A job well done, Magnus.
Sarah? What are you doing here?
Moondrake thought you deserved a personal thank you.
How personal?
Seriously, Magnus. Everyone thinks it's a job well done.
Hey, I was just
getting the info that Proteus needed before launching their major attack.
I knew I was the flavor of the month when Sarah led me to the briefing room.
Ich war im Briefing Room der Agamemnon. Das bedeutete wohl, dass man mich endlich ernst nahm. Oder auch nicht.
Gentlemen, das ist Freelancer Tide. Sie wissen alle, welch wichtige Rolle er bei der Befreiung unserer Piloten und der Zerstörung der DST-Wachposten gespielt hat. Freelancer, das sind die für die Operation verantwortlichen Proteus-Offiziere.
Commander Moondrake?
Er hat leider zu tun. Wenn's recht ist, setze ich jetzt die Lagebesprechung fort. Unsere Einheiten befinden sich hier, knapp unterhalb dieses nördlichen DST-Postens. Unseren Informationen zufolge gibt es ein großes Gebäude auf einem Plateau, westlich des Zentralflusses. Unser Geheimdienst hat Einzelheiten über dieses Gebäude erfahren, die es zu einem Hauptziel machen, das ausgeschaltet werden muss, bevor die Mission fortgesetzt werden kann. Captain Mullet, möchten Sie fortfahren?
Was ist mit meinem Schiff?
Gut, dass Sie es erwähnen, Tide. Dank der Bordkamera waren wir in der Lage, es zu verfolgen. Bis zum Zielobjekt, einer verborgenen DST-Luftwaffenbasis. Das sind die Aufzeichnungen. Zuerst dachten wir, Sie hätten es geschafft, aber...
Hey, hey, ich bin im Fernsehen.
Vorspulen, bitte. Da. Dies ist der Zugang zum Ziel. Sie sehen ein automatisches Schiffsleitsystem und eine große Zahl feindlicher Einheiten. Unsere Experten halten die Strukturen an der Wand für Luftschächte, hinter denen sich ein Energiereaktor verbergen könnte. Die Basis ist vor Angriffen von außen gut geschützt. Wir glauben allerdings, dass eine Explosion an dieser Reaktormauer das Gebäude zum Einsturz bringen könnte. Wenn die DST die Einheiten dort verliert, erhöht es unsere Chancen.
Und wie lautet der Plan? Huh? Ich hätte nicht fragen sollen. Noch bevor ich Nein sagen konnte, hatte ich einen DST-Bomber mit einer Zeitbombe an Bord, den Befehl, in die Basis einzudringen und die Mauer zu sprengen. Als sie die Vorbereitungen trafen, freute ich mich über die Chance, mein Schiff zurückzubekommen.
Call me crazy, but it was my ship, and I missed her.
We must be due for a pay rise.
My son wants a toy Greifenhorst. How can I afford that?
engineers fix it up with his new toy. Hey, what's that? Perhaps it's...
Let's just say the tides turned. I had to get on board and out of there fast, before the building blew. I felt a lot safer landing with my own ship. Hey Doc, how's the cold?
Sorry, Magnus. No time. Gotta get to the Troja.
Hey, what's that? These look like... spaceships?
Give it back, Magnus.
Hey, what's up, Doc? I think I need to know.
Play fair, Magnus. I have to hurry. We must get it back.
Now, what are you talking about?
We have left something behind, and the DST have it now.
More, Doc. Tell me more.
Magnus, they've got their hands on a controller.
What's a controller?
Magnus, let him go. He's in a rush.
Thank you.
Magnus, you must show some respect. Dr. Valeri is very important.
Sorry, Sarah, but I don't like secrets. They have a habit of turning into nasty surprises. There was a look in her eye that told me she wasn't really angry. I had a feeling that she was about to say more. Now it was time for Sarah to tell me what was happening. Why Proteus had finally found the courage to attack a DST stronghold, and about the ominous controller the doctor had mentioned.
Magnus, you remember that thing you fought in Bitterfeld?
I'll never forget. It flung all sorts of droids at me.
Well, the scientists have discovered it controlled them by a sort of beam.
It tried it with my ship.
Magnus, we're pretty certain the DST have got a controller of their own. We must stop them before they turn it into a weapon even more deadly than the thing you fought.
Sarah, I think they're already trying. I saw a big beam gun over in the east and... hell, didn't they capture the Sparta?
Exactly. We had to do something.
What about that thing Dr. Valeri said he left behind?
Our scientists investigated a former crash site in the Free TZ. Seems like it's an antique transporter, but it's fitted with some high-tech stuff even Dr. Valeri can't figure. What he does suspect is that this ship has something to do with the controller. They were removing some equipment when...
What the?
This is Commodore Springer. Attention all Proteus forces. Condition red alert. Repeat, red alert. We've encountered a massive DST force. Prepare to defend the fleet.
Obviously, they don't realize I'm here.
Magnus, I'm needed on the bridge.
Yeah, I gotta go too. See you later. I hope. Better get out fast. I don't want to miss this.
Everyone's delighted with your performance, Magnus. Come on board.
Mullet speaking. I suggest a strategy meeting on the Troja.
Then as I looked, Iceberg's ship suddenly began to veer about and seemed to lose altitude.
Hang on. That's the dock.
Dr. Valeri here. We have successfully installed the transponder. Hey, this ancient technology still seems to work. We're activating it now.
Saint Delia.
What the...
Something happened, all right. Something much bigger than any of us expected. Brenna, Dr. Valeri, the DST, probably even old Moonstruck himself. I wondered if Van Berg ever realized what he had his hands on.
What is that?
Captain Brenna, I suggest we take a closer look.
If I didn't know better, I'd say it was a giant hangar.
It is, Magnus. Only it's built by Daikin Space Tech.
Thank heavens it didn't get into Van Berg's hands.
Quite fascinating. 5 ships all capable of space flight.
Isn't that an empty space?
Could that be the one that made it to the Free TZ?
Exactly. It's where we found the transponder key.
Commodore Springall here. Proteus troops have secured the hangars bridges. Gentlemen, the day is ours.
Blue Wing Patrol.
Area clear of enemy activity. Continuing perimeter sweep.
Well, it looks like Proteus hit the jackpot. Think there's a chance I could be in for a bonus?
Commander Moondrake would say you were only fulfilling your contract.
Now, what would you say?
I'd say a bonus would be in order.
All threats neutralized.
Come, Karpov, do not tire. Otherwise this fine new locomotive you built does not move.
How was I to know? You didn't have the engineering drawings.
Well, okay, that's all, folks.
And when you took on that pirate leader Cheek Lou all by yourself.
Well, none of your regular pilots could keep up with her.
Her?
The Pirate King.
Tide, why didn't you tell me Cheek Lou is a woman? What did you two get up to in that prison?
Now, just a minute. We didn't... Anyway, how did you know? I mean...
Ah, you ticklish?
Hey, stop! No, out! Get off me! Out!
Magnus, stop that! You know I can't bear it!
Hey, I can do the other way if you prefer. Look, no problem.
No! Magnus, stop that!